Day 1 of making a scary horror game. First I made two monsters, this scary face one that chases you, and this tall slender one. What should I call them? I scripted the systems I will be adding today. I made a flashlight system and made the monster chase you. Subscribe for day 2. Day 2 of making a scary horror game on Roblox. First I wanted to make a monster walk around a set area, so I started scripting. It was so hard I did it all by myself. Now we have a working monster running along the set path, and if it touches you then, you die. That's our first monster done. Subscribe for more, and tell me your ideas in comments. Day 3 of making a scary horror game on Roblox. Today I will be making a big door you can open to progress in the horror game. I finished building it, now it's time to script it and make it super cool. This took the longest so far. Here is what I got so far. So you hold down E for 10 seconds. After, the door starts to open. Now let's make it look 10 times better. Okay, after 10 more minutes I made it look really cool. Hope you guys like it. The sounds attract monsters. Rate it out of 10 in comments and tell me more ideas. Subscribe. Day 4 of making a scary horror game on Roblox. Yesterday I made the door you're looking at now, but today, I have a lot planned. First I added crouching. Then I added a custom walk animation, but it didn't work with the crouching system, so I remade the system. Bang! Done. It works now. Then I wanted to build a prototype of the map so I know what it is going to look like. This is 100 times speed, by the way. This game is going to be set in a facility where you have to escape while trying not to die to monsters. To escape you have to open those big doors and turn on breakers to power the escape door. Time to test, so you have to walk down this hallway, then you see the door at the end is broken, so you will have to go through doors on the walls which aren't added yet. After you get through you encounter your first monster. You have to sneak past him to open this door to progress and power the escape door, which I will add later. This may be confusing right now, but I will explain more next vid. Day 5 of making a scary horror game on Roblox. Today I started with the game start door. I'm making the door fall down after the intermission is over. Also, thanks for the recent support. I will be doing a full video explaining and talking about the game later. Here it is. I added scary lighting and a flickering light. Today was short vid because I'm planning big things. Help me reach 2,000 before my birthday, February 26th. Day 6 of making a scary horror game on Roblox. As you can see, there is nothing left on the map. That's because I'm restarting on the map and making a better version, because this game has to be high quality. First I made the door from the intro. Here it is. It even has sound. Next I'm making a screen that displays how long until the game starts, and in the future will hold items you can buy for in-game currency. Done. Easy. Then I made it so when the game starts the power goes out, and in the future there will be a way to turn it on. Then I started working on room generation, so you can get loot. No, this is not doors. Let's test. It worked. The rooms are random. There are 2 rooms right now, a closed off one and a square-shaped room. Today I did more because my last vids I did small things. Subscribe and trying to hit 2,000. Day 7 of making a scary horror game on Roblox. Yesterday we added a lot. Basic room generation, intermission door, and some effects. I will now be making a third room that will contain a breaker to turn on the power after it goes out when the game starts. Making this fried my brain so badly. Now it spawns in the room. Now let's make the breaker work. This breaker turns out so cool. Okay, hold up. Let me cook real quick. Thanks for all the support recently. Leave your ideas in comments. Time to show you the finished product. Okay, door opens. We gotta find the breaker because we lost power. Here it is. The power's back. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.